So today I'm going to show you, I'm not going to do like a typical video I would normally do, which is a tutorial. I'm going to show you a automation, and this is for people that they may have a store already built and you've just started to get a bunch of orders, and then you're running into the logistics side of things where you have to add those orders to your accounting system, deal with shipping, all that stuff. So basically what happened was, when I first started running my store, I would get about 30 to 40 orders a month, which pretty easy to manually add those into your system. You just do it as you process each order. And then COVID came around, and I think it was just over 1,000 orders in 1 month, and then I even had 1 month where I had 2,000 orders. And as you can imagine, when you get that level of volume, adding 2,000 orders to your accounting system is just gonna take so much time, and it's really time you can be spending on stuff that can other stuff that can build your business, like lead generation and stuff like that. So what I did was I used a automation software called make.com, and I connected those tools together to create basically a automated order to invoice system. And I'm going to show you that today, and how you can do it yourself. I'm not going to go into the super technical details, but I'm going to show you the tools that you need to get started, and you can see for yourself if that's something you need. Like for me personally, it saved me hours of time, and if you're at that stage, you're definitely going to want to consider something like this. It's actually quite inexpensive. You need the automation software, and then you need the systems or the tools, which may or may not be paid. So without explaining too much, I'm going to show you my screen and walk you through what I created, and then go over some options. Okay, so this is basically how it works. So it looks kind of confusing. But basically every direction is a province, and each province has their own tax code, and so that's why they're all separated like that. And so what it does is it watches for events here. So this is Shipstation, which is a shipping software to track orders. And then what it does is every time a new order comes in, it will listen for that order, and then what it will do is this module here will get that order, and then here, this is my accounting system Xero, so it will search for contacts, make sure they don't exist, and then once it's done that, it's got this router here. So each one of these routers, this is going to basically filter each province. So for example, this one here is BC, so this one will look at the order values, and it will check the ship to state, which is the province, and if that equals BC, it will go this way. And then if this one equals MB, which is Manitoba, it will go this way. And so each one would work for each province. So you could do this in the US too. You could just do each state, as long as the format of each order is like this in these two, like you'd have this is case insensitive, but it'd have to be a consistent format for it to run to the right one. But typically each one would be like a two letter word. So and then the next step, once it's chose which route it's going to process that data. So this one here will process the shipping line items, and then this one will process the actual items. So this here just pulls the shipping amount, and then here it will put so I just added my own text value for each shipping cost, and then it will pull the value. So that's basically pulling, so you'll have like your product item, the amount, and then if you're charging shipping, so in my case I was charging shipping, I'm putting that value here, and then 206 is the account code in my accounting system, which is the shipping income, and then tax 003 is the tax code for BC. And then so this one's for shipping, This one's for your line items. So here you'll have your items in an array format. That's a bit too involved for this video, but basically we're getting that data and then we're including it. So we're doing item name, item quantity, item unit price, and it will do that for each line item. And then we're going to assign it a tax code. So 200 is the sales tax code in my accounting system, and then tax 003 is the tax type, and so that's already assigned. So your shipping is assigned tax, and then your product item is assigned tax. And then the next step here, another router. So this basically filters if the contact does not exist, create a contact, and then create an invoice. And then if contact exists, go this way and just create an invoice without creating a contact. And then you do that here again. So this is just the condition, contact ID, basic operator exists, and then the same for contact ID, basic operators does not exist. And so it looks somewhat confusing, but when you're processing over 1,000 orders, this is going to make your life so much easier. So what I'd have to do instead of going into Xero and typing in each order, write in the shipping amount, write in the product cost, this would do it all automatically, and I'd just go in and I'd approve each one. And I just did the approval where you can make it so it just goes right in. I just did it like that so I could make sure all the values match up. They always did anyway. And the other cool thing is you don't have to use Shipstation. Like, you can use, the cool thing is Make has all these other softwares built in, so you could use WooCommerce here, so you could just get the order from WooCommerce. You could also use Shopify, which is very popular, and they should have a get an order, there we go. And so you could use, I like to use Shipstation because you can pull the orders from multiple marketplaces, and then it just feeds through this, and you don't have to worry about it. Like, you can think when you've got 1,000+ orders, this is going to save you at least 100 hours just in 1 month. So, I mean, you do the maths on that. That's going to be huge, right? Unless if you're hiring someone to do it as well. Also, if you've got an accountant processing each order, that's going to cost you so much money. So this kind of eliminates that. And I think the cost, for my Make subscription, I am paying, I have a legacy one, $9 a month for 10,000 operations. And this can be adjusted based on how many operations you're going to run. But this, I don't think I use, let's have a look. When was I using this? I don't think I used 10% of the operations when I was running that. And that's with 1,000+ orders. And I think 1 month I even had 2,000 orders. So as you can see, definitely would save a lot of time and money with this automation. If you need any help setting it up, leave a comment below, and I'll give you some instructions on setting it up. The only thing that would change is obviously the accounting system, how the data is handled. But all these filters, these could be implemented for any system. And then if you're using Shopify, WooCommerce, or BigCommerce, you'd have to change this integration. But yep, that's pretty much it. I just thought I would share this. It's a cool automation that you can start for pretty inexpensive. I think so. Makes $9. Shipstation starts at about $30, and then Xero you can also start at $25. So I'll leave links below, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye bye.